Welcome to the ACS tutorial. The security changes brought about by Zoom were a surprise to some who missed the email letting them know that changes were coming. Those changes have led to some issues on the accessibility front, so here are some of the main things to be aware of. When scheduling your meeting, you'll set your date, your time, and the duration. From there, you do have this option to set a recurring meeting. So if you check that, you'll see how it will auto-populate. Once it populates, you can set it up for a weekly meeting to repeat every 1 week, and you can set it up for certain days. Here you see it set for Monday, Wednesday, Friday. If you have a meeting that is solely on Fridays, but it's every week, you can set that, and then you'll set the end date by clicking the calendar. Once that is set, you are good to go for that meeting. The perk to using this type of meeting, when you have it set up as a reoccurring event, it is always the same link and the same password, so you don't have to change it then or enter it every week. You will see the meeting password is being checked on most all Zoom meetings now. This is an auto-populated password. Keep in mind you can change that to anything you want it to be. You can set it up to 654321 as an example. You can also set it as a class name or a meeting name. So if there's something that's easier for your folks to remember, feel free to change that password. And finally, we're running into one other issue where it does say enable join before host. However, there's a waiting room. If you have waiting room checked, they're going to go into the waiting room and need approval to get in beforehand. So if that's how you want it to be, just be aware of that. If not, if you do want them to join before host, you can simply check mark there. Once it's saved, you can join or start the meeting. Once in the meeting, as participants join, you will see this come up. You can click to admit them right from this blue square. You can also click participants if you have it up in this screen, and then you can add them here. Here you see it says Josh Captioner. The host needs to be made aware to admit the captioner or interpreter. While they should be identifying themselves as a captioner or interpreter, not all do. Some are readily available but are never let in. Oftentimes it's because they are not identifying themselves as a captioner or interpreter. So hosts should be made aware of the name of the captioner or interpreter so they ensure to allow them in. It will save your organization money if you ensure they get in. If their time is booked, they will still bill, so if the host lets them in or not. That is the responsibility of the host, and the captioner or interpreter has no control over getting in. They have to be granted access.